is crazy. I can't be the only one that is feeling like that one moment from the Ratatouille movies where you feel like you have this kind of flashback of nostalgia to the old school Marvel season, but we are officially back. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, if you guys enjoyed today's video breaking down the Absolute Doom Season 4 Fortnite, please don't forget to leave a like. That would be very, very much appreciated. Thank you so very much for your kindness and your support. And with that in mind, let's dive on in. As I alluded to in the intro, it is so cool to see that we are getting a brand new season themed for Marvel. It really seemed like it was not going to happen ever again, because for the longest time, that's what Fortnite told us. They said, hey, we're not planning to do any more collaboration seasons, but this time it is back, and holy moly, I don't know if it's better than ever, but it certainly seems to be very, very promising. So let's break down everything that we can expect, kicking things off with probably the most exciting element as a whole, and that is the skins or the characters that will be appearing in this season. So let's begin with the very first skin that you will unlock by purchasing the battle pass for this brand new season, which, by the way, if you're planning to buy the battle pass, please consider using supporter creator code the Blitzwingers. Thank you so very much for your support. Cheap plug there. But the very first skin that you will unlock by purchasing this season of Fortnite will be Gwenpool, which is kind of a surprise, at least to me personally, because I feel like the character was popular maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. It felt like they were really trying to promote Gwen as like this next sort of Deadpool-esque character, and it kind of worked. Since then, we really have not seen the character appear in a whole lot of stuff, at least in the comic book side of things. So it is interesting that she is a character that was chosen for this particular battle pass. But I will say, as far as the design is concerned, they absolutely nailed the look for her. Next, when you hit level 15, you'll be able to unlock the best, or at least in my opinion, the best skin in the entire bunch, because this is War Machine, and holy moly, he looks absolutely freaking incredible. I love that they really went for a combination of kind of the comic book aesthetic, but then also combining the MCU look together to give us this combined look, and I think it looks really, really neat. Plus, he has a really cool weapon, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But first, let's jump over to level number 30, which is when we will unlock Wolverine. Yes, you heard me correctly. It's essentially a combination of Peely and Wolverine being brought together to create Wolverine. A little bit of a controversial skin. Some people don't really like this one, and I'm kind of in that camp. I don't love this design. I don't hate this design. I think it's just all right. So next, we're going to jump another 15 levels ahead, all the way up to level 45, which is when we're going to unlock Emma Frost. I was very pleasantly surprised to see Emma Frost included in this lineup. It definitely seems to be kind of an unexpected character, because I think characters like Doctor Doom, Wolverine, and Gwenpool were very heavily rumored to be a part of this season even before it was officially revealed. However, Emma Frost was one of those characters that was just kind of out of nowhere. No one really was talking or expecting this character to be here, so it was kind of a cool surprise to see another X-Men related character being added to the lineup. Next, we're going to jump all the way up to level 65, which is when you're going to be able to unlock Captain America Jonesy, or I guess Captain Jonesy for short. And I gotta be honest, yes, I agree. It would have been awesome if he was just Captain America instead of Jonesy Captain America, but the design is so freaking cool. Again, I really like that Fortnite has this unique aesthetic going on for this season of the Marvel skins, where it's not just a carbon copy of the comics or the MCU. Instead, it's almost kind of like a meddling design between the two, which I really like, because then it makes Fortnite feel unique. Then we jump to probably my second favorite skin in the entire battle pass. All the way up at level 80 is when we'll get to unlock Mysterio, who looks super freaking awesome. I really, really like the design for Mysterio. I cannot wait to add him to the collection, to the locker bundle, I guess, once we hit level 80. And of course, we then conclude with level 100, which will be the Shuri Black Panther skin, which again is pretty cool design overall, but I do think she has a little too much gold going on the costume. I almost wish it was slightly a little bit more toned down, because I think it would have looked cooler and more sleek. if she did not have so much gold, especially on the shoulders area. This seems to be a little too much for my personal liking, but overall a pretty cool design nevertheless. Now, of course, I know what you're saying at this point. You're probably already typing the comment right now, and you're probably saying, well, Blitz, what about Doctor Doom himself? Well, Doctor Doom is actually going to be the bonus character that we'll be able to collect, which means that he'll probably go live sometime in September-ish. Expect that to be when we'll be able to actually get the quests to unlock Doctor Doom, or this new version of Doctor Doom, and add him to our collections as well. And I guess since we are on the topic of times and dates, I did want to also mention that, of course, this season will be available for download on the 15th of August at 11 p.m. EST, meaning that that is when the downtime will begin for Fortnite. So they will shut off the servers. You'll be able to download the newest update. And then sometime the morning of the 16th is usually when we'll be able to dive back into the game and try it out for ourselves. Now, I did also want to take a quick moment and mention that on top of the skins that we talked about for the Battle Pass itself, there are obviously some other cool Marvel-related designs plus skins that we can probably expect for this new season of Fortnite, one of which is actually featured in the trailer itself, which is going to be Meowscles Sabretooth. So I think that's a pretty cool idea to go ahead and incorporate, I guess, again, that whole concept of a Fortnite original character being crossed over or inspired by a Marvel character and kind of combining the two into this one new mishmash of a character. I do think it would be cool if we got just a proper Sabretooth, of course, on top of the Meowscles Sabretooth. We'll see if that will actually happen or not, but I do think that that will be a skin that we'll be receiving as part of this upcoming season, whether it be a Fortnite crew skin or maybe it'll be part of an actual item shop update. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now, if you're a fan of Pilverine, you'll probably also be happy to know that Disney has possibly hinted at another Peely-inspired skin dropping in the Fortnite item shop sometime this season, which will be, I guess, Pool Peely? Peely Pool? I don't know what we're going to go on ahead and call this one, but obviously, essentially a Peely design that is inspired by Deadpool. And then as far as actual official announcements, as part of the D23 event where the newest season of Fortnite was actually revealed, we did get an announcement from Deadpool himself, who took the stage and announced that there would be a fish pool design dropping sometime this season as well, which is obviously, again, collaboration design between Deadpool and the fish stick skin. Oh, I also really like that a lot of the minions that we see during the Absolute Doom trailer seem to resemble, or kind of, I guess, be Fortnite's own take on the idea of Doombot, which I really do like quite a bit. Maybe we'll actually get those as a skin as well. That would be kind of neat to see. Whew, that was a lot of skins to talk about and a lot of characters to talk about. But now let's go on ahead and transition to locations, because holy moly, we're getting some really cool locations as part of this update as well. So first and foremost, it seems like the biggest of the locations is going to be Latveria, which is kind of divvied up into almost two different segments or two different areas. It seems like there's this kind of earlier around the castle area, around Doom's castle, I should say, area, which is almost like a regular traditional town. And then you have Doom Castle itself, which looks very, very epic and most definitely quite cool. I cannot wait to see what kind of Easter eggs or what kind of features they might hide on these particular POIs, but I guess we won't have to wait that much longer, considering that it'll be dropping this very week. Oh, and of course, I can't forget the Raft, which is, of course, the maximum security prison from the Marvel Universe now being brought into Fortnite, which is super duper epic. And I can't be the only one that feels like this is probably also a little bit of a tip of the cap to maybe the original prison POI from like way back in season 1 of Fortnite. So maybe that's kind of a reference there as well. I also love the idea that this is the Raft, because the Raft, of course, houses kind of like the worst of the worst criminals in the Marvel Universe. It's probably going to have some epic Easter eggs available in it. I'm very much looking forward to exploring this POI. And finally, let's talk about the weapons or abilities that seem to be revealed as part of the Absolute Doom trailer. But first and foremost, we have Captain America's shield, which looks pretty awesome. It looks like it will serve two different purposes, just like the shield for Captain America does, where you can either use it as a weapon or probably use it to bash enemies or defend yourself from enemy fire, which is pretty cool. Then we have the Stark Industries energy rifle returning, which is actually going to be a proper weapon. So looking forward to trying that out again. It was an okay weapon the first time around that they brought it, so I'm curious to see what kind of balancing choices they make this time around. Next, we have Iron Man's repulsor gauntlets, which I'm very curious to see whether or not this will be one item or two. Maybe they'll separate the boots and the gauntlets into two separate items. That way it's not as overpowered. I guess we'll see what choice they make there. Next, we have the Black Panther claws, which look really freaking cool. I mean, the animation on this alone just looks awesome. I cannot wait to try this one out and see if it's as epic in person as it looks in the trailer. Next, we have Doctor Doom's arcane gauntlets, which look insanely powerful. And I'm honestly slightly concerned about some of the weapons that are being brought into this season breaking a lot of the balance of the game, because there's probably going to be a case of one of these weapons being way too overpowered and Epic having to probably do some sort of like an emergency patch to be like, hey, sorry, we need to fix this because this is way too overpowered. And I can definitely see a Doctor Doom's arcane gauntlets being one of those extremely overpowered items. And speaking of overpowered, we have this War Machine weapon system, which looks like it literally has like auto targeting. So I don't know how that's all gonna work. It looks exceptionally powerful as well. And finally, when it comes to the superhero powered up new weapons, we have this Mysterio decoy / camouflage system, I guess we'll call it, because interestingly enough, it seems to do both, not just make you invisible, but also spawn a decoy clone of your character, which seems to be extremely powerful, at least in concept. We'll see how it's implemented in the game, because again, this is the sort of thing, unless if it has a really serious cooldown, I think could be really, really overpowered. So hopefully they balance it properly and it's not too overpowered. And finally, on the regular weapons front, we also will be getting a dual SMG class of weapons. It looks like kind of a dual Uzi sort of loadout that you'll be able to rock during this upcoming season as well. Now, before we wrap things up for an already exceptionally exciting video and season here, I also did want to mention that it seems like Galactus will be returning in some capacity, possibly as a POI in this upcoming season as well, which is so freaking cool. And I really hope that we actually do get a Galactus skin in the Fortnite item shop as well. I would really, really love to see that, especially because I think that the Galactus design from Fortnite is one of the best we've ever seen. I really, really like that design quite a bit. So I would love to see an actual skin being released proper in the Fortnite item shop or crew pack, however they end up doing it. I would love to see that. That would be really awesome. And then in addition to that, if you're a fan of the train within Fortnite, that will also be returning during this season 4. So there you go, guys. A lot to be excited about is the understatement of the century. I know the season is titled Absolute Doom, but to me it's absolute boom, because holy moly, what an explosively epic release from Epic Games, no pun intended there. Of course, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Yes, I will be here streaming the season when it drops, so I will hopefully see you guys here, and maybe we'll jump into some matches and you guys will be able to join me for some victory royales. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I will hopefully get you all here on the next one. Peace out. I'll see you all later. Alligators. Bye-bye, everybody.